Now, as I said, we're actually going to have two supply curves, and this one's called the long run aggregate supply curve. Now, if you remember, long run represents our economy when everything is variable, so over a longer period of time. And so what we're going to see is that our long run aggregate supply curve shows us the amount of goods and services that firms can produce and sell when our economy is being, here's like the biggest key thing, when it's being fully efficient with its resources, fully efficient. And what we're going to see is that our long run aggregate supply curve actually just looks like a straight up and down line. And again, it's measured as real GDP, but why exactly is it vertical? Well, if you remember, we said that this represents full efficiency. We're using our resources to the best of our ability. And so, if we're already being fully efficient, a change in the price isn't going to change our real GDP or our output because we're already using our resources as best we can. Just because the price changes doesn't mean we can all of a sudden make more of these products. A better way of maybe thinking about it is a sustainable level of production. It's what we can sustain over a long period of time. And so, again, what might cause this to shift? We're not going to see any movement up or down along our long run aggregate supply curve because even if we did, it doesn't change our real GDP. So it doesn't matter when the price level changes, it's not going to adjust our output. So what we want to see is what causes a shift of the entire curve or a shift like to the right of our entire curve. We're typically always going to see it shifting to the right, just so you guys know, because we are we are always progressing forward in terms of our potential, right? We're always growing as an economy in terms of what we have the ability to do if we're using our resources fully efficiently. Like we're always growing in those positive ways. And we're going to actually see that these are the exact same changes as our short run aggregate supply curve, but this is applying to all resources. So the quantity of all resources, the quality of all resources, or the technology within all resources. Because by those doing that, it's allowing us to produce more. Like we said, just like our production possibilities curve, which showed our potential or our possibilities, our long run aggregate supply curve is doing the exact same. It's saying, hey, if we're being fully efficient with all of our resources, this is where we can be at. And so that's what our long run aggregate supply curve is attempting to show us.